I mean, I would. I mean, more dicks, the more dicks, the better, honestly. I like cock.
Jesus Christ, these are the people I hang around. This is Kai-ruh Slipstream, a frog VTuber that contacted me to record a podcast immediately after I released the one with Beppo, like, fucking whenever that was. The episode I recorded with her was in early October. It was 5 hours long and I did not feel like editing it. So instead of releasing that one, I decided to invite her back and record a new one with a reasonable length. Of course, in the meantime, she's become a VTuber that streams pretty frequently on Twitch, so if you like her voice and her brain, go check her out. Link is in the description. By the way, this stream is brought to you by my cave story video. Watch it. It's probably the best video I've made yet. Anyway, on to the podcast. Okay, I'm starting now. I'm gonna cut this part out. But welcome to the whatever episode of the Patron of the Algorithm podcast, the podcast in which I talk to people on the internet about shit about the internet, probably. And I do not make podcasts very frequently. I'm not. I'm not very consistent with this. Today we have our special guest, Kaera Slipstream, the VTuber extraordinaire, upcoming in Detroit. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Kaera. I am a cyberpunk frog girl from the dwelling tunnels of New Harbor, and I am a VTuber and a V artist and whatever. I do the internet bullshit.
And what is this New Harbor place? Is it a fictional area that is only with fantasy creatures and magical girls and shit?
Nah, it's a cyberpunk dystopia hell.
Oh, it must be an American city.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you've introduced yourself, because every time I try to introduce someone, it always goes badly. So, so firstly, also, I'll have to put on a timer right now, a stopwatch, because I really don't want this one to go over an hour, because all my podcasts have been multi-hour epics, and I don't feel like doing that anymore. So we have a timer on. We have a 60-minute timer. We're not gonna cut it exactly at 60 minutes, maybe go 10 minutes over, but we're gonna keep it slim this time, all right? But you know, the introduction, it's good because last time we actually recorded a version of this podcast that was a 4-hour epic version that was way back, and you actually DM'd me on Twitter after I interviewed Beppo for God knows how fucking long, and that was fun because I was looking for podcast guests, and people who DM me first and they have shit going on and they're cool. That's what I like in the world. Cause I'm like, especially when you're doing this shit on YouTube, like you have to go out of your way a lot of the times to get people to do anything. So coming for me, is cool.
Yeah, that's something I learned through my VTubing stuff is sometimes you just gotta suck it up and fucking approach people.
Oh, genuinely. I mean, there's a lot of cases, many such cases. There are a lot of cases where you have to go out of your way and approach someone and talk to somebody. And I think that I will say that my stint as a VTuber, I guess I technically still am a VTuber because I have an avatar I use. Mm-hmm. But I mean, my stint as a VTuber has very much taught me that, all the sections of online content creation require you to be social and interactive. It's like a fucking job. You have to send emails and shit. Yeah. So,
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely something I need to work on, especially with streaming regularly. You gotta talk to your chat for hours at a fucking time.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, I did have a great time, considering that yesterday I played the Coffin of Andy and Lele, and I was able to carry that. I was able to carry that really well, because not only did I didn't only have to talk to chat, I also had to read dialogue from the game.
I saw the VOD. I was seeing the VOD. I was in chat, but I was like, I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to influence her thoughts before the podcast. I want to keep it raw and rugged and raw, like Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, for information's sake, actually, Kaera, what do you do? What do you do besides streaming? Do you do the thing with the pencils and paper?
Yeah, I do.
Shill your commissions.
Yes, but I haven't been doing it that regularly. I mean, because I currently have been so fucking tired that I just sleep for hours on end. Like, I remember one time I just slept the whole fucking day. It's just sometimes I just find out that I'm just like, oh shit, I'm so tired, and I'm just like, but sometimes I'll just be like, oh, I'll lay down for a bit. I'm definitely not gonna fall asleep, and then I fall asleep.
Yeah, I mean, if you at a certain point, if you're a NEET, you have the NEET blood in you. You know, your sleep schedule's fucked up. You know, even if you you switch your dial to normie, the NEET to normie dial, you'll never truly recover from all those lost hours of sleep, will you? Or all those gotten hours.
Yeah, but I think like the NEET thing, I actually somehow tried to recover from, but that only lasted like 2 months because I was trying to get employment and shit, but you know.
It is what it is.
I think the only reason why I wanted to get employment was because I was going to see Death Grips in Boston, and I was just like, I want to spend money in Boston.
Oh yeah. Since this is a shorter version of the original podcast, I can ask you all the same questions. Like yeah, how did you get into Death Grips?
Well, it was in high school, definitely. I thought, you know, like, hey, why don't I listen to Death Grips ironically? Wouldn't that be a laugh? Haha. But then I actually started liking them, and I'm just like, oh shit, is this going to be my whole personality now for like
the next 5 years?
2 months?
Yeesh.
Man.
It happens to all of us. You know, you're like, oh, Fantano gave him a 10. This can't be that good. Fantano's an idiot. And then you listen to like, oh
god. This is actually pretty fucking
this shit's
good.
Not bad.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for them to release something. They haven't released anything since
that one mix that they did in like 2020, 2021.
Yeah, hold on. Death Grips discography. I'm still waiting for them to release the because I went to the Death Grips live show. I got to hear the the before show tracks and stuff like that. And I'm wondering when they're gonna fucking release that, because that shit was fire.
Oh my god. The what's it called? The ones they did before like certain shows. Yeah, they had like preview tracks. I feel like they're never gonna release half those shits though. They're kind of bands to like, you know, to like have tracks that are amazing, and they're like, nah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, they did release like, I believe they'd released I think it was called Gmail and their Restraining Orders.
Oh, yeah.
Which was like some pre-show stuff that they did. And I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in the future they actually did release a new like other one that was not titled like Gmail and Restraining Orders. I think, yeah, Gmail and the Restraining Orders was like their latest release, if not counting the stuff that they released on Spotify, that like their older shit that they released on Spotify. So,
what's it called? What would be your favorite Death Grips album? I always like.
Honestly, thinking about it, my favorite Death Grips album is Bottomless Pit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I've always been a stan for No Love Deep Web though.
Hell yeah. That classic with the cock cover.
I was whenever I had it on my phone, whenever I downloaded music on my old phone, I always switched out the cover with like I don't know, it was like a fan made one, or like, yeah, I guess it was technically a fan made one, like the one where it's like you know, him in like a, what's it called, MC Ride in a hoodie.
Oh yeah.
Like a good alternate cover, but the dick is just so iconic. I gotta give it that.
Yeah, I remember, like, I believe one of my local stores actually sold a No Love Deep Web vinyl version, and and I believe the cover of it was not the dick, but it was a picture of MC Ride on a roof, like flipping both birds.
Oh yeah, they had the alternate cover.
Yeah, they had. I think another alternate cover was the one with the "Suck My Dick" socks, which I actually did get.
Real.
I actually did get the "Suck My Dick" socks at the concert.
No one would see it, but my God, it's you needed it.
It's based as hell. I love the "Suck My Dick" socks.
I thought you were gonna mention that like No Love Deep Web was like one of those albums that like has like a cover over it so people can't see the giant dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, I love that album. Oh my god, especially because it's my first. You know, everyone's so nostalgic for their first Death Grips. And like that's the one I first listened to. I was in the shower. I was in the fucking shower. Put on No Love Deep Web. I was like, that was a very raw shower.
God damn, dude. Mm-hmm. You really went fucking noited in that goddamn shower.
Absolutely. What's it called? I had a bunch of questions that I had in the last time, and I'll get some of them out, but I feel like, you know, at this point, I'm like, you know, you know, fuck it.
Yeah.
But but I did want to ask you. You did mention this last time, which it's kind of fucking funny mentioning a last time for a thing that is ostensibly lost media at this point. But
yeah.
It's like the what's it called? It's like having a remix. It's like Ignition remix, but there's no Ignition 1. Like there's a remix of a song that doesn't exist.
God damn.
Yeah, but I was gonna ask about, like, you mentioned this website that you were on last time that you got mildly famous on, right?
Oh yeah, Pagey World. Oh god, I had like 1,000 followers or some shit on that fucking website. I don't know how the fuck I did it, but I don't know. It was just me being a dumb teenager with a bunch of other dumb teenager friends just on that website.
Oh man, what's it called? What was Pagey World? Was that the one that was like the No, wait. You have a page where you just have your collection of all your art, and that's just a different website altogether.
Yeah, that's just a different website altogether. The older stuff that I did is now sort of lost to time because Pagey World is now a dead fucking website.
Oh, it's like it's that one that has a YouTube page miraculously, a social media network for artists that has not uploaded in 5 years. Jesus.
Yeah. That's when it shut I think that's before it shut the fuck down, because like they had like some weird fucking like run-ins with like Google advertisements, and they started like basically this website was pandering towards like young artists, like kids, like literal fucking children.
Oh, I can see.
And apparently Google Ads didn't get the fucking memo because they started advertising for shit like 50 Shades of Grey and all that.
That was in like, what was that? Like 2017, 5 years ago. So yeah, that was I don't know. 2018 was 5 years ago. Wait, what was 5 years ago? Oh my god.
Oh god.
I'm gonna throw up.
Oh fuck. No, that was 7 years ago.
Yeah, 2018, March 22, 2018. So, but as we're recording this last video on Pagey was about to turn 6 years old. So yeah,
God damn.
Invest in Pagey World, guys. It's gonna come back.
God, I feel old now. Holy shit.
I was asking. I thought 2017 was 5 years ago. I'm about to throw up.
God. I mean, to be fair, my computer is that old. My PC is actually that many years old.
I mean, a PC that's 5 years old. I mean, like in this day and age, like if it was like from like 2006 to 2016, like a 10-year period. I mean, okay, what's it called? Whatever the 5-year period version of that is. I don't know, 2010 to 2015.
A decade?
Yeah, no, but okay. If it was 15 to 2010 to 2015, right? A bunch of shit happens with like technology and shit. Like, oh, it's massive jumps, right? If you play Borderlands 2, you can't play fucking The Witcher 3, right? But if you're going from 2015 to 2020, it's like you probably could play most of the same games if you have a good graphics card, you know?
Yeah. I mean, though, to be fair, my system I'm still fucking mad at this because, like, not only is Payday 3 a shit game, Payday 3 apparently had a huge fucking jump in, like, software requirements. So even if I wanted to actually fucking play Payday 3, my computer would literally just be fucking struggling the whole way through.
Is it from, like, an update or from, like, the last game?
From the last game, because the last game was released in, like, 2013 or like 2012
God
or something.
Damn.
Yeah. Hold on. You can tell I've been playing a lot of Payday 2 lately because I love Payday 2.
I was there for the stream. I was like looking at the show. Like, honestly, isn't Payday 2 like, you know, actually I was gonna say something stupid. Never mind.
Yeah. It's like one of the only like heist games aside from like GTA.
Oh, okay,
That
so it is like GTA 5. I was gonna say like, is it like GTA 5 online? Because I didn't play either.
It's like GTA, except it's like a first-person shooter and has a lot more wacky lore going on with it. Like, at some point, I think the Payday gang encounters like fucking Illuminati symbolism or some shit.
Truly is.
And then there's like
game.
fucking like Nephilims and like gods and like the guy from and Gus Fring from fucking Breaking Bad is like over 100 years old or some shit.
And then Mephistopheles appears right in front of you.
Yes! That is exactly what fucking Payday 2 lore is.
Jesus Christ. It's literally like a meme where it's like, you will never set me off. It's like literally that kind of meme, but it's actually true.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking wacky, and that's why I love it so much. That's why I got into like Payday 2. It's because it's so balls to the wall fucking insane. Like, it's just like stealth is an option in the game, but it's just like 90% of the time, motherfuckers just want to go in their guns blazing.
It's the funnest way to do it.
Yeah, it's the funnest way to do it is just like go in there guns blazing and take down like hordes of cops.
Not gonna lie, even in Metal Gear Solid, I just play with the fucking tranquilizer as much as I can.
Yeah. God.
So, what's it called? About like your gaming habits and your chronically online mentality. What do you think about Devolver Digital?
Oh my god. I really love them. I'm pretty sure like 90% of my favorite games come from Devolver or like published by Devolver. Oh god. As you know, Katana Zero is one of my favorite games of all time, so that sort of tells a lot. A lot of things you should know about me.
And I've had Katana Zero in my Steam library for a long time. So what is the elevator pitch? Why should I play Katana Zero?
Okay, basically, Katana Zero is a platforming / hack and slash game that is basically takes the concept of one hit and you're dead and like turns it up to 11 to the point where in order to beat the game you got to make sure that you don't fucking die while taking out every single person in the fucking room. It gets like, but there's like also mechanics, like there's like a time slow mechanic and there's also a that makes you look like a fucking badass and all that shit. You also have, like, you know, the dodge rolls and stuff like that. You can dodge fucking bullets. You can ricochet bullets off of your katana. You can... There's actually a point in the game where you get, a gun, and then instead of, using the gun, you throw the gun.
You only get that one gun. You can just throw it once.
Yeah, just throws it.
I need to know, what do you think about the main character, Kai-ruh?
Fuck. I think you got me there. Holy shit.
I got the Kanye West interview meltdown incoming.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to say this because I actually published a Steam review that said this exact same thing for Katana Zero. And it's, I don't want to fix him, I want him to break me.
I want him to break me as real, as raw.
For real, no cap.
For real. On God.
On God, dude.
Oh man, you're giving a good elevator pitch. I should clean out my Steam library, start playing all my Devolver Digital games.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, to be fair, to tell you the truth of how normal I am about like those particular Devolver games that I like, the Steam sale just came on, and a lot of the soundtracks were like for the games that I liked were on sale, so I bought all of them. And also, they came out with a plushie of the main character dude from My Friend Pedro, not the banana, unfortunately. Although I would like a Pedro plushie in the future, but there's a plushie that of who he's referred to as Pedro's friend. So yeah, and it was $50 to buy him plus shipping.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I bought him immediately. When I saw that announcement, I was just like, oh, poor financial decision incoming!
I respect the hustle, though. I respect it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I also have a thing for Pedro's friend from my friend Pedro as well, so fuck.
Do you have a certain project relating to these things that you're working on right now?
Oh, fuck. Well, I'm not exactly working on it. It's just the fucking, weird fucking concept that I have brewing in my head. But basically, it's so think Doki Doki Literature Club or Katawa Shoujo. But instead of women, it's psychopathic men.
Real.
And you get to date Zero from Katana Zero. You get to date Jacket from Hotline Miami. You get to date the main character from My Friend Pedro, and you get to date Puppy from Ruiner.
Oh my god. Honestly, there's a lot of those type of visual novels, I will say. There's a lot of honestly, you probably should email Devolver Digital. Low key, they might sponsor you.
Maybe.
They're the type of people to do that.
if they actually see my project, what my project entails, and actually contact me,
I'm buying your games.
I'm gonna literally pass out. Holy shit.
Hey, try it. It might help. And this podcast is not sponsored by Devolver Digital, although I wish it was. I would definitely. I'm looking at their shit lineup right now. Not their shit lineup. Their lineup and shit right now, and it's pretty fire.
Yep.
I mean,
they got Cult of the Lamb.
Enter the Gungeon.
Enter the Gungeon. They're coming out with a new game called Angerfoot that I really want to play. It looks super dope.
Gris, Gato Roboto. Come on, guys. All the serious Sam games.
Roboto, Hotline Miami, Katana Zero, Ruiner, My Friend Pedro. What else? What else do we have? Yeah, I know Cult of Lamb was also there. Sludge Life is apparently very cool looking. It looks like an exploration game mixed with Jet Set Radio.
They have Sludge Life is different than they have Sludge Life 2 already out.
Yeah, Sludge Life 2.
Real. Well, you heard it here first, folks. If you want to buy a game from the Devolver Digital Steam sale that is going, well, not the Steam sale, the spring Steam sale that's going on right now. Presumably, this podcast will come out during it. Hopefully, so.
Yeah, hopefully
we'll see.
It ends on the 21st. Get going, chop.
And also, if Devolver Digital wants to sponsor us for no reason in particular, we will take the offer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad to see that your game taste is immaculate, Kaera.
Yeah.
Although,
yeah, I know. It's something.
I wish I had more information. I wish I knew. I played every Devolver Digital game, but the game I played from Devolver the most is fucking Downwell, so I have no frame of reference for everything.
Ah, gotcha.
I do love Downwell though. Also, Tofu Boyfriend. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Inscription is also a game that they published as well, and I heard that is really good.
They have a lot of good games. They're probably what's it called? They're probably the best B tier game publisher. They're doing AA proud, or I guess low indie games, AA, 1A, whatever fucking indie games are, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah, definitely.
But I wanted to ask you about a few things because this is a podcast, and naturally, things get asked on podcasts. So why did you want to become a VTuber? Why would you want to enter this awful hell that is called VTubing and content creation? !
Well, it started with a little shark. I don't know. I think she's pretty underground. Her name's Gargura.
Never heard of her.
I loved Gargura when she first debuted. She was very, very, very cute, and honestly, she's still one of my favorite VTubers. But yeah, Gargura actually sort of opened my eyes to the whole rabbit hole thing. I mean, Kizunai was there, and I really did like Kizunai, but then again, Hololive EN sort of like paved the way for many like advancements in the VTubing sphere.
VTuber
so
technology.
Really, yeah, VTuber technology, basically. So, yeah, I think it was Gura who introduced me to VTubers. And the reason why I kind of wanted to become a VTuber is basically it's like flash tubing, but I don't have to put myself forward a lot. All I have to do is just slap an avatar on screen, and bada bing, bada boom. I'm suddenly a frog. I'm suddenly a fucking frog. Yeah.
Well, that's very wholesome. I'm glad that
Yeah.
you're a legitimate, genuine fan of our little Guru.
Yeah. I in front of me right now, I have like my Gargara Nendoroid standing near my PC, and I can just give her a little head pat.
Aww. I wish I had a sound effect. Maybe I'll add a sound effect later in, but aww. The only issue with Gura is that, well, not the only issue, because she could do whatever she wants. But I'm saying the only issue with like being a girl fan, especially in the year of our Lord 2024, is that it's just so sporadic with her streaming schedule.
Yeah, it's unfortunate she is, but I want to say that not gonna lie, I actually found out that Hololive EN actually did have a stream, like Hollow Myth actually did have a stream sort of without Gura, but then all of a sudden Gura just suddenly popped in during the stream.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, it's just like she's alive, don't worry, and I believe they're doing a concert right now. They're doing I think Hololive Expo or HoloFest or something like that. I believe it's HoloFest.
Wow, they really have real idols in their live streaming group.
Yeah. So basically, Gura's caught up in idol practice. Please understand. But she did come back for a bit recently, because like I think it was around when Pal World released.
Somewhere around there. I'm looking at it right now, like a month ago, 2 months ago.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
I remember canceling stream that day because I was just like, I need to watch Gura. I need to watch Gura.
So I don't know how long it'll be until I get this chance again.
Yes.
Good old Guru. I mean, and speaking of VTubers, what do you think about the state of VTubers in, again, the year of our Lord 2024? I feel like we're in like the post Golden Age period. We're at like the period where like Batman has the TV show with Adam West, so it's not like brand new or anything. There's kind of used to like, yeah, Batman's there. Like it's not like, oh, Batman's like, yeah, Batman. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, it feels a little bit like it's starting to get a bit, I don't know. I mean, with the whole shit with like Niji Sanji and everything like that. Whew, that was
Christ.
Yeah, that just shit.
Talking about 1% of your entire merch sales go to the person you're buying the merch of.
God damn, we need to fund the yacht, dude. We need to fund the yacht.
Oh god.
Yeah, but with companies like I think it's like, since the VTubing itself is still like a booming business, sometimes the flaws in it sort of come out a little bit more than like the positives of it. Like, for example, there's like a lot of like indie companies that people have graduated from en masse just to say, yeah, this company is shit, don't fucking work for them.
Like Wachter.
Yeah, Wachter, Akio Air, I can't remember what else. Was it I don't think it was that. Huh?
V-Reverie?
V-Reverie? Yeah, V-Reverie. I think I heard some shit about like Kawa Entertainment, but I'm not sure at that point. So but it's weird. it's kind of, it's going through its rough startups and shit. It's like how, like, we had a lot of failures in technology in the past, and how, like, some shit is just, like, we never realized, we didn't fucking use them until, like, someone actually made the stupid fucking idea and just released it. It only sold like 1,000 fucking units until the whole fucking company shuts down. Because that's what I notice a lot in, like, a lot of, like, older, like, early 90s, late 90s, early 2000s technology.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know how, like, remember when pocket computers were a thing?
Wait, are we in the Y2K boom of VTubers?
Yeah, I think we're in the fucking Y2K boom of VTubers right now.
of VTubers. The Ask Jeeves.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, basically that's what I can compare it to. It's like a Y2K boom of VTubers right now.
And now the companies are getting shut down because they didn't have, like, stability.
Yeah.
Hopefully Hololive is Google and they don't turn evil as Google, but who knows?
Yeah. Can't wait until that fucking day comes. But then again, I can't help but trust Yago with whatever the fuck he's doing.
We'll see. We'll have to see. Maybe he has an evil plan. Maybe he's an evil, like, Dr. Evil behind the scenes or something.
I don't know. If anything, Niji Sanji has almost become evil Google at this point.
Oh no, they're Facebook. No. What's even more evil than Facebook? Well, they're just a black company. I don't even know, like, what even, like, there's not even another word for that.
Twitter?
Sure, why not? I'll go with that. I hate Twitter. I'm not gonna call it X.
Yeah, we're dead naming Twitter right now. Fuck you.
Yeah, sorry, Elon. If you're gonna dead name your fucking daughter, you're gonna dead name your goddamn dumbass app, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think VTubers are in a weird place right now. I mean, like, we're just in the, especially because we're in the, there's eras to the shit. Obviously, there's, like, the, in Japan has different eras because, and in, like, East Asia there's different eras because they have a different, like, they're earlier on the shit, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like it's like literally the equivalent of anime in the United States. Like, we had, like, Dragon Ball in '97, but it didn't get really popular until, like, the early 2000s. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
So, I think it's really, like, the point where it's, especially because we have a lot of people who are, like, who are long, like, there are VTubers who, like, were long gone at this point. Like, they're, like, it's been, like, 4 years. Like, there are people, like, VTubers who, like, literally disappeared off the face of the earth, and you look at their goddamn old Twitter. Some of them are, like, pre-debut, gonna debut in fucking 1993. I'm like, maybe you'll get to it one day. But generally, I think we're in the we're kind of in the, what's it called, the recovery phase. I guess we're in, like, seeing how everything shakes out.
Yeah, definitely. I think the whole reason why I actually just started streaming with a PNG is because I just wanted to be better than all the V-tweeters who have a model but are just not fucking streaming and complaining on Twitter about how people won't agree with their political opinions and shit. And I'm just like, Twitter. Yeah, literally, I just like, well, I'm better than you because I actually fucking stream.
Based. No, legitimately.
I don't brag about it that much on Twitter because it's just sort of like, I don't even follow any V-tweeters because it's just sort of like, yeah, why would you fucking do that? It's torture for me. Like, literally, there's so many VTubers now who are just like, you have to stand for this or you are not allowed in the VTuber community. And I'm just like, okay, fuck off. I'm just trying to pretend to be a frog online. Calm your tits.
I always, like, again, like, the whole thing of Twitter, as, like, especially Twitter's algorithms has just definitely completely changed 100% since, like, the incident. But I used to always see, like, some retweet of, like, what's it called? If you're doing blank as a VTuber in 20 blah blah blah, then you shouldn't be doing this. It's like the like, or like, there's always used to be, like, one tweet where it's, like, all this fucking discourse, and it quieted down. Yeah. It's been quiet since for, like, a year at this point. So I'm just, like, wondering, like, did everyone stop talking, or am I just not seeing it? I feel like it's like I just stopped seeing it.
Yeah, I think you pretty much stopped seeing it because I still see, like, discourse about, like, VTuber shit.
The same five discourses, by the way.
Yeah, God, it's It's weird. That's why I never respond to discourse. It's because if I respond to discourse, it's not gonna fucking go away.
It literally has no point. All right, let me tell you how this shit works. Right. All right.
Yeah.
Twitter is useless. I've gone back on Twitter occasionally, and sometimes more than others. And every time I regret it long term, or even in the short term, because it's like any other website. Because Twitter is like, again, algorithmically wants you to be on there as much as possible because it's a website trying to make money, although it doesn't really make that much money. So the thing about Twitter is that no matter what you do, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. The only thing you can do on Twitter is either not play the game, just don't be on Twitter, or just don't give a shit about what anyone else is saying. Because if you start giving a shit what people are saying, then then you're fucking losing. Because I realize this shit. Like, I'm just like, because if you're like, oh man, this discourse is like, like, sure, you have your things that you care about, but like proving it on Twitter is not the way you should go about it, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I had a moment like that recently, actually, because, like, I was scrolling on my VTuber account, retweeting art, because I usually, like, go on there, retweet funny memes and Artagura and stuff like that. And I saw this, like, really dog shit opinion from some artist, who, by the way, is a fan of Signalis. Basically, it was about, like, it was literally about, like, it was literally something about, like, like Chobits or something like that. Apparently this user really fucking hated Chobits for whatever reason. Say no more.
I already know what they're gonna say. You should be fucking that computer.
Yeah, like, literally, it's about, like, oh, this man is, like, very, very, very weird about women, and this is, like, this female presenting computer is basically born sexy yesterday or some shit.
Femoid android, Radiohead.
My god. But I think the thing that got me really fucking upset was apparently there was a reply from someone else on the fucking tweet that said that compared a manic pixie dream girl trope to fucking autism.
What the fuck?
And listen, I'm autistic as shit, and that made me so fucking mad. I'm just like, what the fuck are you fucking talking about?
I'm like, I can't turn this quirky off. That's just my brain.
Yeah, just like, you think I can turn this shit off, dog, motherfucker?
It's not my fault. I love Nirvana.
It's not my fault I get autistic about Payday 2.
It's not my fault. I'm sorry. That's what, like, with Twitter, again, like, it just doesn't matter. Because, I mean, obviously, like, every time I say, like, Twitter shit doesn't matter. But at some point, especially, like, I noticed this thing. I got a job recently after I've been hunting for one for, like, God knows how long. Yep. I've been fucking really worried about not having any money. But
yeah,
I noticed immediately after I got employed, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing on Twitter? I realized like you just see yourself like top down, fourth dimensionally type shit. Like, you're just like, why the fuck am I doing this? I'm wasting my time. I gotta work tomorrow. I got shit to do. Twitter is like, if you're on Twitter like massively the amount of time, you're either like unemployed or you really don't have anything going on that you need to work on.
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely. The only reason why I actually use Twitter is because I have to promote my streams on there, or else my traffic goes like down the fucking shitter.
Yeah.
So
it's literally just like a hostage situation. Like, everyone else is on there, so I gotta be on there too.
Yeah, a hostage situation. Like, my other accounts don't actually see any fucking traction. My VTuber account is the only fucking thing that actually sees traction.
Like, you don't listen. You don't want the traction. You don't for VTubers. You don't want the traction. All right, I'm telling you. I'm saying, you keep it on your fan account, your kayfabe account. Keep that away from your personal shit. It's like the what's that one game? Needy Streamer Overload. You're like on
Needy Streamer Overload
on your main account. You're like, oh man, I'm so excited for the stream, and then on your private account, I want this motherfucker dead.
Yeah. Dude, my favorite part of that fucking game was like the fucking like first time you have sex with the girl. Literally, like, she puts out a tweet on our VTuber account like, I love you guys so much, I never want to leave you guys. And then on her personal account, she goes, I did the deed for the first time. No one could P-chan's cock could satisfy me.
Oh, God. Imagine you see a tweet just randomly on your timeline from someone you randomly followed, like, he didn't wear a condom. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, God.
That's the shit.
I mean, to be fair, sometimes those weird fucking tweets actually pop up because I follow Justin Wang on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. No, he has the best retweets, though. He just, like, random shit.
Yeah, I love his fucking retweets. It's so schizophrenic. I love that man.
I only occasionally watch his, like, videos now, but his retweets are fucking bomb as shit. They're fucking amazing. I don't know why.
Yeah.
This is like how important curation is on the internet, because I'm like, I see the best banger tweets from I know the golden source. There's 3 people, there's 3 or 4 accounts on Twitter that I will always stand for. It's Justin Wang's retweet specifically. He tweets pretty well too. There's obviously Drill, because classic. There's Zach Fox. You gotta know the Zach Fox, all right? And and there's what's his name? Whenever he tweets, I'm not a Kanye fan anymore, but whenever he tweets, man, he always has something to say.
Man, yeah. Yeah. I do gotta follow Zach Fox on Twitter because he's fucking great.
He's the best tweets. Like the one that has the white guy. He's like, this is how white guys look in the media after he killed his family. There's like the speedboats.
My man.
Modern day satire is real.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
God.
I can only assume that the last time that we talked on in public on stream is not on stream. I'm not streaming this. In public on recording. I was using complete fucking different slang than the last time this time.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like the cultural zeitgeist is fucking changed so rapidly. I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
See, this is why I gotta make podcasts more often. Because actually, no, maybe less often, because it's always a footprint of the specific thing that's happening for that era.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But how did you get into art? Did you draw Pokemon? Did you draw Pokemon fucking each other? What?
Well, I mean, to be fair, I got into art just by like drawing like Pokemon and Sonic and shit like that, because those were the things I was very autistic about in my youth. I was also very autistic about Deadmau5 for whatever reason. I made a comic of like fan OCs based off of Deadmau5's fucking like branding.
That is the kind of thing where I see a fan base for that. I'm like, this is exclusively autistic people. I don't.
Yeah, this like literally like sometimes I can tell how autistic the fans are just by how the fan base acts. Like Payday 2's fan base kind of gets a bit autistic because it's just like they're just like showing off their disgusting fucking like gun combos and shit, and it's just like
we need a ranking.
And it's just like God, there was like a joke about. I know Russian Badger did a few videos on Payday 2, and like one of his friends said, "My wife had said it was me or the Dodge build. God, I miss her."
You're the Dodge build. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're making me kind of want to start playing Payday 2 because I had it already in my library, but it's like 70 gigabytes. Dog.
Oh yeah. I had the worst fucking time trying to download that game with my slow ass internet. It's garbage, but good news, apparently the FCC is forcing people to increase the fucking like minimum cap to like 100 megabytes a second or some shit.
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go, dude!
Like they would literally keep it at like one. They'd have to keep like if they didn't have like a reason, if either wasn't economic or like governmental reason, they would literally not keep. They'd have dial-up still.
Yeah,
you'd still have dial-up.
Yeah, definitely.
We would not have to be able to do this call.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I've actually been talking with my mom about switching over internet providers to see if the other one would work better than what I've been using, because what I've been using is like literally just a SIM card shoved into a fucking router.
Oh man. But you know what?
And occasionally, like, this happened mostly during like winter months.
Yeah,
because apparently, yeah, the winter months was like so fucking dog shit that sometimes I would cancel stream after my stream went down like 3 times.
It's mid.
God,
it's ass.
Yeah, it's just ass. But my mom and I are looking to upgrade to like some fiber internet. We just gotta make sure the landlord is okay with us shoving that shit in our house.
I hope so, because I mean, especially with, like, it's so weird how like America is not designed for apartments, and yet a lot, pretty much not a majority, but pretty much like a good chunk of people in the United States live in apartments. I'm like, it's very strange.
Yeah, it's because apartments are cheap, and because rent is pretty cheap in apartments. Although sometimes when we look at apartments, it goes to like over $1,000 a month, and it's just like, oh fuck.
You truly are from Maine, aren't you?
Yeah, because I don't live in a major city. Everything's a lot cheaper than it would if I was going to live in a major city.
I'm like $1,000, man. That's the
$1,000. All the fucking like New Yorkers and Californians.
You pay $3,000 for a shoebox.
Yeah.
Oh God, we're in the dystopia. You're right.
Yeah, we're definitely in a fucking dystopia, dude. If I ever move to Japan and like for a year, because that's one of my goals in life is to move to Japan for a year. I want to live in an apartment in Osaka for a year. Mm-hmm. If I end up liking how I live in fucking Japan, because like Japan seems to be a lot cheaper in that regard, especially if you're living in not Tokyo, but like, you know, places like Osaka or any sort of like smaller city that other than fucking Tokyo, because Tokyo tends to be a little bit more expensive. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be start like being able to live more on my own because I'm living in Japan, and the value of the yen just fucking keeps going down.
Yeah, I feel like the economy is in shambles, just in general.
Yeah,
but
the economy is in fucking shambles.
The economy is in shambles.
Oh, fuck.
I was gonna say that what's it called? One of my favorite books of all time, Convenience Store Woman by Sakura Murata, I think, is about a woman who works at a convenience store like part time, right? And basically, like the most like the thing that broke me is when I was reading the book and I realized that she had an apartment all to herself. She got a roommate later on in the book, but she had an apartment by herself for like years. She's like 35, so she was living on her own in a part-time job at a convenience store for years. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah. I still need to read that because I got recommended that because apparently it may not. I don't think it was actually. Is it actually implied in the book that she's autistic?
Yeah,
or
no,
it
is. It's not.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
I don't think it's said, but all the interviews like talk about that, and you know the author is autistic, I think, and you know she she mentioned it. So yeah.
Yeah, because like that's one of the things that I like to research a lot is like how Japan like goes about like people with autism and stuff like that. Like I remember I read a manga called I don't know what it was called. I know the main character's name was Hikaru, and he was born with autism, and like his parents go through like some sort of journey trying to find themselves and like step up to take care of him as best as they can. Okay. Manga about autism. I know another one was called one of them was also called Hikari no Tomoni. Yeah, Hikari no Tomoni. That's the book. That's the book right there, Hikari no Tomoni. But it's it was an absolutely fun read, and I loved because it shows autism in early childhood, and I think some of the signs were there for me because even though my physical development was stunted a little bit, apparently my mom, I was able to read when I was before I got into fucking school. I don't think I even went to preschool. I just could fucking read.
You just randomly. Oh, wait a second. I know how these words work.
Yeah.
That's raw. I'm not gonna lie. You showing the teacher shit.
Raw. That's raw as shit.
Teacher, you're actually saying the word wrong.
Yeah. But yeah, this I read the whole series in a couple of days, and I really loved it a lot. It was it's like a josei manga, which is for older women, which is it's shoujo but for older women. So it's I'm more of a in terms of manga, I'm more of a seinen gal myself. I love my seinen manga.
Yeah, you're talking about Dorohedoro last time.
Yeah, I love Dorohedoro so much, dude.
And I think
they're actually making season 2.
Season 2.
And I'm very excited. Season 2.
Last time we were talking, was it that it was it was rumored. I don't know if it was even announced it was getting a season 2.
Yeah, I think it was just I think a lot of people just assumed that Mappa was just nah, we're not making this, fuck you, we got Chainsaw Man to worry about.
Not gonna lie, Mappa has too much on their goddamn plate.
Yeah. Yeah, holy shit, can you guys slow the fuck down?
They need more people at least. They need to hire double the staff to handle this shit. Because I'm they have the Chainsaw Man movie. They have Dorohedoro. They have what the fuck was the other one? Are they making Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yeah, I think they're making Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen, Hell's Paradise season 2 apparently. Fucking this and that. Vinland Saga season 2. What the fuck?
Yeah, just holy shit, Mappa, calm the fuck down.
They're gonna crash at some point. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, holy shit, dude. But speaking of manga releases coming out, I picked up the first volume of a manga called Dandadan, which is basically a manga about a girl who believes in ghosts and a boy who believes in aliens, and apparently both of them are real, and they have a wacky adventure about that. Apparently they're making an anime now, and the studio, and it's the studio behind Eizouken that's doing it.
Oh yeah, Saru. Oh man.
Yeah, I am very excited for that.
Oh man, I will say that you should talk about more obscure manga, because it seems like everything you talk about gets a anime release.
Yeah.
Or an anime re-release or something.
Yeah. I know I think my my manga collection has been growing. I remember I know, I don't think it was I also picked up the manga for I believe it was Goodbye Eddie by
Fujimoto.
Chainsaw Man writer Fujimoto. Yeah, and I didn't get Look Back, but apparently Look Back is also getting a anime adaptation.
It's peak.
It's peak, gentlemen. It's peak. I wouldn't be surprised if Goodbye Eddie gets an animation as well.
I really hope so, because I mean,
yeah.
What's it called? I just literally yesterday, I bought the Chainsaw Man box set with my first paycheck from my job, and I was like,
God damn, dude, you were balling out.
it was the price of a full price game. Actually, less than the price of a full price game. Did I mention that games are expensive now?
I want to get Tears of the Kingdom, but it's $70 fucking.
I was about to say something. I was gonna say it's not worth 70. It's not worth 70, dog. I got it for the vouchers, the Nintendo vouchers for 50. Yeah.
God damn, dude.
And even
then, I still want to get a fucking physical copy of Tears of the Kingdom. Last time I checked, it was actually the price was lowered to 50 or something.
That's about the price I'd say. It's, I mean, then again, other people like I know someone who like put like 300, 400, 500 hours in the Breath of the Wild. And
Yeah,
probably
Tears of the Kingdom Switch. It's for a physical copy as well, which $56 right now on Amazon for the US version of Tears of the Kingdom.
not bad.
Ah.
There's a lot of games
I wish I could play it on stream, but unfortunately, I only have a Switch Lite, so I'm fucked.
They don't even have. It's so weird. They don't have a converter dock out there for that yet. It's so weird. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think like the Switch Lite lacks the ability to dock, so
yeah, just straight up doesn't have the technology in it.
Yeah.
You could do a classic. So. You could do like put your phone camera on a fucking tripod and aim at your fucking Switch.
Oh my god, yeah, just like, okay guys, you join it, stop saying I'm DSP, shut up.
I watched an entire playthrough of Persona 4 that way.
God damn it.
I was like, I have to buy this game, and then I bought it, and then I bought it again, and then I bought it I bought it 3 times because of that one playthrough. Motherfuckers, in corporate suits ass motherfuckers. I was like, oh man, piracy's bad. People aren't buying our games. And I'm like, dog, if your game is good enough for people to want to pirate it, then you're gonna get their money back some point, because I bought Persona 4 3 times.
Yeah, Nintendo motherfuckers saying you shouldn't pirate their games. My brother in Christ, Pokemon Black for the DS, $126.
If you're lucky, part only.
God.
Literally, we're in the I know what I have economy. We're in video games are like the equivalent of car prices.
I know what I got.
No low ballers. Toyota Tacoma for $10,000. It has 200,000 miles on it. Dog, give me a break.
Dude, I'm glad not a lot of people don't know about like ordering games from Japan, because like I got a Japanese PSP recently. I bought like 5 Japanese games. 3 of them are like the original Hatsune Miku Project Diva games. All of them were like $25 to $30 total.
Oh yeah, because they have a bunch more copies of that shit there. Yeah.
Yeah. I also got like Blackrock Shooter on PSP as well.
I love like especially when you collect old RPGs. Like, I mean, obviously they're in Japanese, so you're not gonna be able to play them all the way through. But like the vibe is still there, you know. So it's like if I play Chrono Trigger in Japanese, I'm like, I could generally make my way through it. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there are a few games that I want that include like a heavy amount of reading. Like there's this. I'm going to become like female brain for a second, but so there's this one game that I really wanted to play. It's a visual novel otome game called Kamigami no Asobi. There's barely any like English translations for it out there to begin with. So if I like buy a Japanese copy of it, then I'm not gonna understand what the fuck anybody's saying unless I learn Japanese.
Oh, I'm looking at this shit. It's like a Japanese visual novel by Nipponichi Software, released in 2013 for the PSP.
Yeah.
Now this is new levels of visual novel right here. Jeez.
Yeah, it's something to say the least.
I love I was gonna mention a visual novel actually. Have you ever played the girl Niece Girl Date Night?
Oh yeah, my friend actually played it in a Discord call together, and it's peak, it's Kino, my man.
I love that shit. That is.
I love it. I'm actually thinking about playing it on stream at some point because it's that good.
You should. It's so like it's literally like It's like literally the fucking like. It's you.
Yeah. Literally me IRL, dude.
It's you.
She has guns, literally me IRL.
Her wall used to have an actual poster of Evangelion, but they couldn't put that in the game, so they had to put a basically like a gist of it, like the gist of it.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I love that game. I just want to mention it because I like the main character. She's cute.
Yeah. Yeah, she is really cute, and I do follow the artist on Twitter as well, and every time one of her posts pops up, it's always good.
You mean at Hitsuchi Goods on Twitter?
Yeah, at Hitsuchi Goods.
that they sell things on their store, their merchandise store? This is not sponsored by Hitsuji Goods. I just want a sticker. Give me one.
Please follow Hitsuji Goods on Twitter.
Yeah, they're cool stuff. There's a lot of like, I loved the only thing like, listen, Twitter sucks. Twitter's ass, but there's a few good things about Twitter is discovering like really obscure game projects that. If you wanna look cool to your friends and talk about I'd be the motherfucker talking about, you ever heard of Undertale before Undertale came out, all right?
Oh my
you wanna
God.
be that motherfucker, all right? You go on Twitter, you search deep for the extremely niche thing you're interested in, and then you follow them and you keep up with them and you mention to your friends all the time, and you're like, wait a second, when they see that a YouTuber play that game, you're like, wait a second, that's the game Maple mentioned. Like, yeah. The gamer cred.
I know that happened to me multiple times. I know, like, one of them that I actually bought recently and still need to play is a Metroidvania game called Cookie Cutter, and it's about like a short stack robot who's trying to find her I believe her inventor, because she's also in a relationship with her inventor, and and it looks gory as shit, and I love it.
Short stack was kind of right.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, you can't not look at her and say that she's not a fucking short stack.
Is that fucking MC Ride?
I don't know why. It's just that character specifically. I'm just like,
what the fuck?
Holy shit! He looks like MC Ride.
That is MC Ride.
Yeah, he looks like MC Ride.
He has the same tattoos. That is MC Ride.
That is fucking MC Ride.
For reference, this is on the Steam page, like the 4th screenshot. I'm not gonna put in the video because I don't want to edit, but I might put in. But yeah, that's MC Ride. That's literally MC Ride.
That is literally him, dude. That is fucking literally him.
God. I love video games. Everyone's like, gaming is dead, but no, we have MC Ride in video games now, right? Shut up.
Yeah, we got MC Ride in a video game now.
Everyone's like, gaming is dead. No, you're not looking in the right places, clearly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I followed the project because I fucking love Metroidvanias.
So that means you must have played Cave Story, right?
I have not played Cave Story, but I have played Bloodstained.
Okay. Wait, which one? The main one? Or like the...
Yeah, the main... Ritual of the Night, I believe.
Okay, because I only played Circle of the Moon. I tried Ritual. I'm like, it doesn't feel as good as Circle. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the 3D aspect kind of gets you at times, but I've almost I believe I almost completed it on Switch at one point.
I will say that there are a lot of good Metroidvanias that I haven't played, but I mean, because I bought Hollow Knight twice and I only got like to Green Path on both files. I'm really bad at that game in particular. Like,
god damn, dude. I remember Indivisible was one of my favorites. You know, as much as it sort of like doesn't hold up in my mind right now, it's still a good game, like platforming wise, and I love the design of it. Even though I found out that apparently Alex Zahad was not involved with the game because they just booted him out the fucking door.
Yeah.
Even though that's literally his fucking brainchild you're playing with, please.
Yeah. I mean, like, what's it called? Like, I really hope Lab Zero or whatever fuck games they are now. I don't know. They changed their name like 3 times. Whatever games they are, make a new game soon, because I'm like, you know, I mean, Individual's getting really up there in age, and obviously Skullgirls are still supporting Skullgirls, but that game is ancient at this point for the internet.
Yeah, Skullgirls is like ancient at this point, and they removed a bunch of shit from it as well.
Let me tell you how old Skullgirls is. I remember distinctly wanting Skullgirls for PS Vita, and I did not buy my Vita that late, so I'm saying...
Oh my god. I remember buying it for PC for the first time when I was fucking 13 years old.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and that was like 11 fucking years ago, man.
Yeah, no, the issue with like being on the internet is that you suddenly become much more aware of how old you're getting, you know?
Yeah. You become much more aware how old you're getting, and you become much more aware of how dog shit your favorite companies are.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes your favorite people are.
Yeah, like literally I found out recently of what happened with the whole like Slab Zero debacle, and I'm going to say this with the utmost certainty, but apparently Mike Z wasn't the bad guy.
Huh?
Yeah, so basically they took advantage of him, and he's also autistic.
Okay.
They sort of took advantage of him to make excuses so they could boot him for whatever reason. And also, it's just like they didn't realize what they were doing was like basically one of the people who accused him of stuff actually had in-depth conversations about her sex life to him, and suddenly got shocked when he started mentioning stuff like that in like real life, and it's just like, huh? How would he fucking know this? Bitch, you told him. You fucking told him.
I'm gonna keep my hands out of this, like the things me and Beppo talked about that one time. I'm gonna keep my hands out of it. I'm gonna be neutral because I need my information. Everyone else wants to just make the slap judgments. I need my information. I need to read up on a situation. So I see you.
Yeah.
And hopefully I never mention it again in public because I don't want to have an opinion in public about Lab Zero games.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm just like saying fuck it at this point, because honestly, it's just sort of like, I used to want to work for Lab Zero because I was a huge fan of them, of course, because Skullgirls, and I was one of the people who threw money at the Indivisible campaign when it was going on. So basically, I'm fucking pissed.
I mean, especially because they did like a bunch of Kickstarters too. They did like the one for to add more characters, add 5 characters. They did the one for Indivisible. I think they did another one.
They did one for Skullgirls, which was like to add Squiggly and a bunch of other characters in the game, and that went very well. I don't think Indivisible went as well as the Skullgirls one did, but it's still like, but I was still, well, we got the game at least. Yeah, but the reason why apparently Indivisible didn't get that much updates in the future was because apparently when Lab Zero split up, apparently 505 had the rights to Indivisible, and they were just like, yeah, no, we're not doing shit with it. You're not getting the copyright back. Fuck you.
No, companies always do that. They end up doing that shit. Like, I was just watching this video about Beavis and Butthead. Actually, this is the what's it called?
Yeah.
The one by, I want to say, fuck, what was his name? Doesn't matter. The one that's like, I watched every episode of Beavis and Butthead because I'm getting into Beavis and Butthead again. Yeah, I like that show.
Yeah.
But they said that Mike Judge, like, even like until like the end of the series, did not have any kind of like credit on the show he created, despite him like creating it. And I'm like,
holy shit.
Yeah. So clearly, like, companies really do like stripping the creator of all of their like creations.
Yeah, definitely.
Fucking
definitely, dude. It's like, I think that's sort of the same thing they did with Alex Ahad, even though he is credited. They just took his designs, and they were just like, okay, motherfucker, you're fired. Get lost.
Yeah, I mean, so even if he was involved, even if he like was involved with like stuff that was like, even if he like was guilty or wasn't guilty, I'm like, that still is his creation,
Yeah, like, well, Alex didn't really do anything. It's just that apparently every person just like literally they were just like, oh, he's too stubborn to work with. He's very, very stubborn, and I'm just like, how much do you want to bet that's a fucking lie?
I'm just saying. Listen, all I'll say is that not Mike, what's it called? The fucking dude who made Ren and Stimpy, I forgot his name.
John Crispolucci?
Yeah, John K. John K, like they we all know, like, John K is 100%, like, there's not even like an argument.
Yeah.
He's guilty.
Yeah, John K is 100% fucking guilty of all of all he's done. It's just it's just statute of limitations, blah blah, legal bullshit.
Yeah, but the whole point is like, I'm saying that even if he is guilty, I'm like, we still do like say that, yeah, John K did create Ren and Stimpy as characters. We have to admit that, so it's like, if someone does something bad, you can't just like say, oh well, they didn't do that thing. You still have to give them the credit because
Yeah. Remember when people tried to say like Hatsune Miku made Minecraft or Hatsune Miku made Harry Potter or some shit?
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, it's a gag, it's a joke, but at the end of the day, I'm like, you still have to like, it's like the same thing. I literally said this yesterday. I'm like, Kanye did not make Graduation, but I'm like, at the end of the day, he did, and it is his album. But you know.
Unfortunately he did, but it's still a good album. It's still a creation that is well loved. It's just that Kanye West went off the fucking deep end, and
yeah, like to separate the art from the artist. I don't know that conversation. I don't really care at this point.
I just don't care about that conversation either, because it's pointless to try to refute that fact. Just enjoy what you like, and who gives a shit.
Yeah,
it's just that I don't know. I just can't really enjoy Skullgirls anymore now that they removed some shit from.
Yeah, it was a very weird thing they changed at the random points. Like, why they change it now? It's like way past the time.
Why now of all things?
It's a random day.
Now? Like, literally, there was panty shots in the game up until this fucking point. Are you fucking stupid?
Yeah, no, it's just a random. I'm like, dog, this is like 10 years after the game's released. Like,
yeah, just like, dude,
leave it alone.
Yeah, just like, I kept thinking that apparently people thought it was because, okay, this is actually sort of related, but apparently recently Gumroad had to boot a lot of NSFW content creators because PayPal.
No, it's always PayPal.
Yeah, PayPal apparently wanted to fucking pull out. So it's credit card companies are starting to look at shit and be like, nah, this is wrong. You need to change this, or else we'll cut you off.
That's like, oh god, corporate, bro. If it's not one thing, it's always another one. Because the internet is free as it used to be, or it's not as free as it used to be. But at least we still have some freedom. But now it's like, oh well, you want to get paid for what you're making, right? So I guess
Yeah, basically. And it's just sort of like, this is fucking bullshit, dog.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, literally, I feel like new services, I believe Subscribe Star is still a thing. I think people might start moving over to Subscribe Star or something like that, because Patreon also is going through a lot of shit.
Yeah, because an artist I was looking at, it's they're like, yeah, they just got their shit deleted just randomly. Okay, well, I guess I'm unemployed now. That's great.
Yeah, it's just it's weird how fucking easy you can lose your revenue incomes online.
Yeah. I'll just say one thing. First of all, I've been looking at pictures of Squiggly right now, and I love her. I love her.
Oh, dude, Squiggly was one of my favorite characters when I was a huge fan of Skullgirls, dude. I love Squiggly.
I'm a Squiggly stan. I hate the way she plays in the game, though. I can't stand it because she moves fucking titanically, dude. Run.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's kind of part of her character. The reason why I tend to go towards characters like Ms. Fortune or something like that is because I like to play fast.
Yeah, I'm a Fukua man. I love Fukua. I'd play single Fukua. That's how much I love Fukua.
Hell yeah, dude.
I even learned combos and shit. That's how deep it is.
Yeah, the thing that I will give credit to about Skullgirls is that Skullgirls actually had actually has in-depth tutorials in its fucking game about combos and different characters combos and shit like that. It was my first taste of fighting games, and honestly I appreciated that sort of one up for the fighting games, because usually you just get plopped into a fighting game and you're just like, okay, here's a bunch of combos, do shit.
Yeah, no, especially the older fighting game people, they're like, arcade mode, I guess.
Yeah, just fucking holy shit, dog.
People who played Street Fighter 2 had to literally just look up gaming magazines and be pray that they had a Gaio combo in there, dog.
Yeah, nowadays we got stuff like Dust Loop and so other fighting game wikis that have a bunch of moves. I remember having to go to fucking I think I remember having to go to I think it was Dust Loop. I think it might have been Dust Loop. But I had to go look up some fucking combos for Happy Chaos and Anchi Mito in fucking Strive. Guilty Gear Strive. Because I wanted to main those two bastards.
I love like how like because like Deathloop is so good for like if you just want, especially the things they show. They don't even like need footage. They literally have like the most detailed like screenshots and shit like of all time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, like yeah, it's just all you have to do is just learn another language for how combos are usually
513H.
Yeah, just like 2 5H 6 5H HK fuck.
Hey, it's better than having the fucking roundhouse fierce, whatever the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, it's just sort of like, dude, I remember like I used to play Skullgirls on fucking keyboard. Do you know how bad it fucked me up when in the Cerebella tutorial I had to do a full 360?
Nah, no, you were cooked. You were. It was
Yeah,
over.
I was fucking cooked. Like, holy shit, how am I supposed to do this on keyboard?
Jesus Christ. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
okay, at least the quarter circles weren't as bad though.
Yeah, quarter circle's not as bad, but holy shit.
Oh man, that sounds horrid. That sounds rancid.
Yeah, it was horrid. I never completed the fucking Cerebella tutorial because of that.
I just love like how the tutorial like they were so thorough with like how the game works and like they like what's it called, like they had literally every system they could possibly think of, and they had like fucking I think they had one on hit confirms. Like they didn't even need that in there. That's just a generic fighting game one.
Yeah, God, it was. Whew, they definitely did know their shit when they were developing Skullgirls. Like I believe what they based it off of Marvel vs. Capcom, I believe.
Definitely Marvel vs. Capcom.
That was a wild ride.
Also, I do want to mention we are going a little over. I was gonna say it's like 60, but no, I feel like 90 minutes is a good cutoff point.
Okay.
We're at 73 minutes right now, so we could go a little over. Maybe 100 minutes,
right.
even if this conversation goes that well. But I wanted to tell you.
Yeah, this conversation is definitely going well. It's just like, holy shit.
Yeah, I just didn't want to go over like 2 hours. I'm like, no, never again.
Yeah.
Never again.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, how did you get into frog? Why do you like frogs so much? Is it just because you like frogs, or is there a secret story behind that?
Well, I guess it's kind of a combination of like, you know, how many Pepe the Frog memes were around in my age of the internet, and also how much people love frogs, and you know, like how cute frogs can be, how frogs can fucking scream into the fucking void. Yeah, just like but yeah, the reason I liked I guess the reason I like frogs is because they're like, you know, they're small animals. It's just like how like polite they look.
Polite they look.
Yeah, they look very polite. Like
what a nice young man.
Yeah, a nice little froggy.
Nice little froggy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, I also really got into axolotls recently as well. I love how goofy those motherfuckers look.
Goofy?
Yeah, they're so fucking goofy looking.
I'm gonna shut your goofy ass up, axolotl.
Listen, I have a Build-A-Bear axolotl and a Build-A-Bear frog.
I love axolotls. What's it called? Oh, I want to mention that this is a very weird time to mention because this is during the thing and we have a timer. I could put an extra 5 minutes because I'm mentioning it and putting it in. But I'm like I forgot that I made a character that was like a water based character, and it was basically like based off of your design, not entirely based off of it. Because it's not, because you don't base off of one thing if you make a good character design.
Hey yo!
But I subconsciously like stole your shit because I wanted the character with giant blue cheeks or giant red cheeks like Pikachu.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't mind at all. I mean, I probably lifted my design from somewhere as well. So
yeah.
Listen, sometimes you subconsciously do not realize that you're lifting your inspirations from somewhere until you just look at it, look at whatever you were inspired by and go, oh, shit.
Yeah, no, I was reading I bought Chainsaw Man. I mentioned that. But I was saying I was reading Chainsaw Man on the manga, right? And I was looking at this shit, I'm like, dog, not gonna lie, I already took a lot of this shit. I haven't even made that much shit, and I've already taken a lot from it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like sometimes great minds think alike, I suppose.
Oh man, I do like frogs though. I do appreciate the because frogs are such a common. They're like the cats. They're like cats on the internet, but if you're a little bit more based, you have more sizzle to
Yeah, a
yourself.
little more based in the base department because like frogs are like very 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 cute.
The base department
Hello, base department.
next to the soup aisle. Why you got soup?
Yeah.
There's this one question here that I looked at. All the other questions are like they're okay, but this question I just love the phrasing of, quote, how has unrestricted internet access influenced your life?
Well, I've learned that you gotta keep your shit more private.
Real. No, you're real.
Yeah, like real shit, real talk. Do not put your full self out there. I swear to fucking God.
So true.
Yeah, it's just unrestricted internet access as a kid. Like, I mean, to be fair, it was kind of restricted because the way that unrestricted internet access took hold of me was I had a 3DS. And I had to use the shitty Opera browser that they had put on the fucking 3DS.
Not even the new 3DS one. You can't even play videos on the shit.
Yeah, like fucking. There was a YouTube app for the 3DS.
I use that shit. I don't remember how bad it was, but it was probably ass.
It was definitely fucking ass.
Watching AVGN videos, ass. You hear like the 3DS like broken audio, ass.
God, I think I remember watching Markiplier videos on
the Jesus Christ. Imagine Markiplier looking at his stats and he's like
distorted Markiplier just screaming into the void.
Just like, why are there 300 people watching me on a 3DS in 2024?
Oh my God, dude. Well, I guess it's the only way people can access it in some places, so...
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, like, because I didn't have a fucking computer until God knows when, so, like...
Yeah.
Listen, that was good. Yeah. Listen, Nintendo... I know that you're like worried about your shit getting pirated, and fuck you, it should get pirated. But also, like, add the web browser back because the kids need it. All right, the kids need it. They're like, in school.
Yeah,
they can't.
Yeah, we need to switch red. We need the Switch browser powered by Opera GX.
Opera GX, Jesus Christ, the Switch 2 browser. They added in. They like make it a big deal. They're like the Nintendo Switch browser. I'm like, that's first of all, that'd be so hilarious.
Switch browser, make it Opera GX Lite.
That'd be so funny if, like...
I mean, to be fair, they worked with Opera in the past. Like, the 3DS was... I believe the 3DS browser was powered by Opera, so...
They'll have the DS browser, too. That was also powered by Opera.
Yeah.
DSi
so,
browser.
Who knows? Maybe they'll have another Opera... they may have another Opera crossover in the future.
What a random thing. Just, like... Nintendo and whatever. I mean, they weren't going to use Google and they weren't going to use Ask Jeeves or some shit. I don't think that's not a browser.
Yeah.
Although I wish they used Firefox. Nintendo would be based for Firefox.
Yeah, like, dude, I use Firefox all the time. Nintendo would be based if they used Firefox.
Firefox locked down. Firefox, no ads and shit. Like, yeah, Nintendo.
Yeah, like fucking, just like fuck you, Google. I use Firefox. Eat shit.
I use Firefox on my Nintendo Switch 2.
Modern Nintendo Switch 2 to use Firefox instead of Google or Opera.
The state of the internet would really necessitate that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
We're in the dark ages.
Yeah.
I will say the unrestricted internet access. In my case, it hasn't gotten me into the I guess you don't really have a pinpoint of what really fucks up your brain unless you.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I mean, to be fair, I usually used my Dude, there was like an option. I think there was an option on the 3DS where you could like save images from the internet, and like I saved so many low quality images, Skullgirls images. Like half of those, I think, were like Peacock from Skullgirls.
I just remembered something. Low quality
Peacock memes.
I just remembered something, and I probably shouldn't mention it.
Oh boy.
But keep it on the low. Keep it on the low, all right? I just remembered. So on 3DS, right? I had a 3DS when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I discovered on the eShop that there's Blaze Blue on the 3DS. I didn't know what Blaze Blue was at the time. It's like, oh man, it's an anime fighting game. And I was like, oh man, I love fighting games. I love well, I wanted Skullgirls for the longest time, but it wasn't on 3DS, so I don't know what I played before. Smash, and there's like, I don't know, like fucking like Street Fighter probably played it or some shit, you know. But
yeah.
I got the game. It was Blaze Blue, not Chrono Phantasma, the one before that. The one with the fucking giant staircase, whatever the fuck it was. Continuum Shift 2. Right.
Oh.
It wasn't the version with Relius though. It was before that. It was specifically 2, and it had the DLC characters preloaded. And it had Makoto Nanaya, and when I was younger, I was a fiend, bro. I was instantly my main. It was between her and Ragna the Blood Edge. What a fucking edgy ass name, by the way.
Ragna the Blood Edge. Holy shit.
Yeah, but I'm just realizing now that that exposure to that anime girl with a giant fucking fluffy ass squirrel tail has ruined my life. So I just want to mention that.
God.
I think I'll never recover from that. Yeah, I'm not a furry, but
I'm not a furry, but
I'm not a furry, but I could pinpoint the trauma to this exact moment.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I vaguely remember, like, going on to, like, fucking fanfiction.net or fucking Wattpad, God forbid, and looking for Invader Zim X-Reader fanfiction, like, specifically that.
Wait, so, like, for the franchise or just the character Zim?
Mostly the character.
Like, yeah, I want my Dib X-Reader fanfic, alright?
God.
God, that is such a 2000s phrase, like 2010s phrase. Invader Zim fanfiction, fanfiction.net. Jesus Christ.
Wattpad. I think Archive of Our Own came during high school, I believe.
Oh man.
God, I still go into Archive of Our Own at this fucking time.
Listen, they got some good shit on there. Listen, I have the firm opinion that there's like probably a scientific fucking quandary of the fanfic ratio or some shit where the amount of fanfics has necessitated like there are probably better written fanfics than like most books be written, because I don't read modern books, so I don't know. I really don't know. But
yeah,
I've read a couple fanfics that I'm like, this is the greatest thing I've ever read in my life.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the only reason why I look up fanfiction is because I wanna read porn.
Gooning.
Yeah, like for the goon, you know.
Listen, if you read it,
the last time I tried gooning, it made me so mad because there was literally like, so you know Payday, right?
Yeah.
Of course, I mentioned Payday.
Yeah.
There's this character named Wolf, and I really like him. He's psychopathic. He's also Swedish, and literally none of the reader fan fictions that I found of him contained a female reader. So I was
Payday
like,
fans, everyone.
I'm just like, my immersion. How dare you?
Payday fans.
My fucking, just like, you fucking Payday fans, I swear to God.
What's all this gay porn? I was looking for straight porn.
It's just like, come on, I want to be a woman with vagine.
Vagines.
Vagoober.
Vagoo. Oh God. Oh my God.
So basically, the drought of like porn that I could make it so that it catered to me. Basically, I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna write it myself.
Literally, no. That is literally how art goes. You see a lack in what you need, a lack in the demand, or lack in the supply. Yeah. You make it. You make what you want it to see in the world. Yeah, just
make it your fucking self.
That should be the most. If you're at the end of this podcast, that should be your inspiration. Because one day you'll see something, you're like, wait a second, I should make an obscure fanfic about fucking Invader Zim X Reader. I don't see the one I want to see. All these ones are written like ass. And then you're like, I should make it for me. And then you share with the world, and everyone else is like, wow, you knew exactly what I wanted. How did you know? Because I care. I care. Stanley Cooper
Yeah,
can just sit
exactly.
around.
It's just like you're gonna find a bunch of individual, like-minded freaks like you.
Exactly. Long story short, this podcast is about internet-based trauma. This is going to become the therapy podcast.
She's like, so what the fuck's up with you?
Invite increasingly and mentally unhinged people, which would be very impressive because I started out with Beppo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, I mean, you know what? He showed out.
And I mean, Beppo was like coated in like 9 layers of at this point.
It's very weird because, like, you know, despite literally being coated in such online irony, like poisoning type shit, I'm like, he's actually really chill and chilled out.
Yeah, Beppo is really chill. I'm actually trying to get into like doing a collab with him at some point, but because of like life shit happening to him, he's been offline for a bit. So yeah. Shout out to my boy Beppo.
Shout out to Beppo Productions.
Shout out
to Patreon.
Beppo Productions.
Shout out to the Patreon. Still, maybe they still got copies of that book. I don't know that.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I pre-ordered mine, so
we'll see.
Yeah.
But this is not sponsored by Beppo. But
yeah, this is not sponsored by Beppo, but we know who you are. We love.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's a good stopping point. We're at 88 minutes, so I'm like, you know.
Yeah.
So but I think the general theme for this podcast is probably just trauma, internet-based trauma. So
yeah,
I think that'd definitely be it's not exactly a running theme that I want to actually keep up, but it would be very funny if it keeps coming up.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's it called? I did want to mention that what's it called? Oh yeah, wait, before saying anything else, you have anything to shill? Anything to shill?
All right, it's shill time, baby.
Yeah, shill
my
time.
My Twitch channel is Kai-ruh my Twitch channel is twitch.tv/Kaera Slipstream. I also post on my Twitter at Kaera Slipstream. You might have to look for my Twitter account through my card because unfortunately I think Twitter is fucking shadow banned me.
You know what? You're not real unless you get shadow banned by Twitter, to be honest.
Yeah, but I will post streams, my scheduled streams on my Twitter usually. And whenever I go live, you will always get a notification of some cryptic bullshit relating to what I play. Like usually when I play like something like Payday, I will make a medic bag joke. But well, yeah, if you guys ever want to see an unhinged frog do crazy shit and lose her goddamn mind in the process, then come check me out.
Be a very fun stream because every stream is always in a random parking lot looking at your streams on my fucking phone. I had the fucking Uber for money and I was like, damn, this is fire.
Hell yeah.
This is heat. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Do you want to shill your commissions, your art commissions?
Not right now, honestly.
Okay, because don't show that in fact.
So my commissions are currently private to some people only. Okay. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But
okay, yeah. Should I cut this part out?
Maybe, I don't know. You can leave if you want.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I'm gonna keep this part in, and also the part that I'm mentioning that I'm cutting that part out. But yeah, right now, don't ask Kaera for a fucking commission. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. All right?
Yeah.
But watch her streams. Her streams on it is Kaera Slipstream. And just in case you're listening to this on your radio device, which I don't know,
yeah.
I don't know why you would, because I didn't put this on podcast yet. Podcast.com, the center of every podcast ever made.
Yeah.
I will say there's a distinct difference between like there's two different types of chronically online. Of course, there's like a range, like a fucking gauge or something. It's like a card gauge, right? It's like there's the chronically online where you could tell they haven't experienced. It's like the Twitter kind of chronically online where you can tell they haven't experienced any real life whatsoever, and they literally don't know what the fuck anything is. And there's like the other type of chronically online where they've experienced everything and they're hiding on the internet just because they've experienced too much.
Yeah, basically.
It's like we're somewhere in the middle of that.
Yeah, I'm somewhere in the middle, honestly, because it's just like I've experienced a lot of dog shit, but also like sometimes I haven't experienced enough because I was pretty sheltered.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like sometimes by choice, sometimes not by choice, but
I mean, I guess the people who would be like, I experienced a lot of shit would not be. They'd probably just be not online talking about how they experienced a lot of shit unless they're like fucking doing a fucking tour.
Yeah, honestly.
But yeah, I just wanted to mention that because it just came to my mind. I'm like, that's probably the distinct difference between like you have a soundboard.
That's my mom. That's my mom.
You have a soundboard.
Yeah, no, I have my text tone is literally Gura going ah.
Oh, that's funny. I don't even have a text ringtone. I'm
yeah, dude. My phone is like decked out in like Gura sounds. Like literally, like my ringtone is literally her just like humming her BGM, and then my alarm is her saying, "Hey, wake up, Stinky."
You are a super fan listening to Gura voice every day.
Yeah, I love Gooba.
If you lived in Japan, they'd call you like they'd have like a documentary about you. Like, this is the biggest Gura fan in Japan. They own all the merchandise on their walls painted with Gura shit, and they have the fucking Gura fucking pillow. And also, I cannot end the podcast without saying this, but have you seen that body pillow of that rat?
Oh my god!
Dog, they knew what they were doing.
They knew.
Said her double cheeked up on a Wednesday.
Double fucking cheeked, dude.
I saw someone talking about on Twitter, which I gotta be on soft Twitter, but sometimes it's funny shit like this. I saw someone talking about that body pillow is gonna be pregnant. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
It's always about plap. Oh, get pregnant.
Oh my god. They need to make VTubers with just very distinctly unsexy design, just like a teacher, just like not even the sexy teacher, like the one you just could not see in any kind of sexual way. They need to make those kinds more, because I'm like, no matter what you try, people want to fuck any VTuber.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, not gonna lie, there are people who would go after like purposely ugly ones just because they want to be contrarian.
The ugly bastard VTuber probably gets hella DMs and dick pics and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, poor thing.
Dude, if there is an ugly bastard VTuber, I will eat a bell.
There is. I don't know if they still stream though.
Ah, god damn.
This is how deep I was in, man. I had an encyclopedic knowledge of, oh yeah, I know that VTuber. Yeah, I do that. And this was, I mean, listen, after 2021, you just can't have that anymore because like there's too many of them. Yeah,
there's so many of them that it's just unreal.
Yeah, although
I'm glad to add on to that fucking pile. Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll find you the niche. Be the There'll be a we managed to go through this entire thing without mentioning Pippa once.
Oh my god!
But let's say that for the next podcast. Because we're already going way over time.
My fucking Pippa t-shirt that I got from Hot Topic.
There's what the fuck?
Apparently there was a company named Anime Bay who did a collab with Pipkin Pippa, and apparently they're selling their shirts at Hot Topic, the Pippa shirts, and I was just like, I need to pick up a Pippa shirt.
From Hot Topic in 2024.
From Hot Topic in 2024, when Hot Topic is literally half a Funko Pop dealer.
That's like buying, well, first of all, that's like buying a game from GameStop. But it's also like buying a fucking iPhone from Radio Shack. It's like, huh? That's like buying a fucking like ancient scroll from Kmart. Like, what the fuck are you looking for? You're going the wrong place for this.
Yeah. You gotta get the fucking Home Depot katana.
She has the same fucking thing. Why do you sell this? Oh god, yeah. I mean, if you ever come back, we would have an entire podcast just about Pippa. So it'd be great.
It's surprise. It's all Pipkin.
Yeah, be the bonus level in the the second channel.
Gosh.
Yeah. But yeah, so we should get the ending because we're at like 96 minutes. So I said it end at 60. But
yeah, let's go.
Yeah. So I'm glad I had a timers because every time I have a time limit, I'm like, yeah, it's gonna go over, but at least I had a time limit this time, all right? So
yeah.
Any last words before I destroy you? Any last words before we end here?
Follow my socials and give salutations to Frog whenever you can. Yeah. Also, shout out Beppo.
Real. Okay, that's good enough, I guess. All right.
Yeah.
So that's the end of the second episode of Patron, the Algorithm Podcast. It was supposed to come out fucking 5 years ago, but at this point, I only restarted this podcast because I listened to a super mega podcast and they came back. So
yeah.
I'm going to
definitely
steal their entire.
I gotta listen to their Freddy Dread podcast again because I love Freddy Dread.
God, he's so. What's it called? Don't you mean Ryan C?
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I miss the boys, funny boys, funny brothers.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, that's the end of the podcast. If you like it, whatever. I'm not good at chilling my shit. All right, listen to my goddamn album. All right, fuck you. Bye.